Now, I done worked a lot of jobs in my life. And I done a lot of things I know I wasn't supposed to do. But when I had moved out here to Texas, it just seemed a little different. No intro, just getting straight into it. So I ended up going into this warehouse job. Now, when I got the warehouse job, this was around the time before I started working at Pizza Hut, and I started to get my license. Right, this was before this. Matter of fact, this was the job I had right before I went to Pizza Hut to get my CDL license. So I go up here and I start working at this warehouse job. Right, the warehouse job started like early as hell in the morning, and then you got off in the evening time, about 2, 3 in the evening, some shit like that. When I first get in here, the first thing I do is watch and observe the people that I am around. Alright, I don't go in this motherfucker talking, being all friendly and shit. No, I'm watching and I'm observing the people that I am around. One thing I know about guys in the warehouse is if there are women in this warehouse, there is competition trying to get this girl, right? Now, mind you, I've already hung up my coat and said I'm out the game. All right, I'm not in the game no more. I'm not in the game where I'm with a woman and I still want to pursue other women and shit like that, because you can say what you want to say. I done got hurt to the point where I say, you know what? I'm cool. Nah, I'm cool. I got more respect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there and I'm cooling or whatever. I had this instructor. He was a guy, a Mexican guy, right? He was the first dude I started to talk to because he was my trainer. He showed me how to put the Gaylords together. It was a Gaylord. The Gaylord was a box. You have to go over to the damn box, fold the box up, it was like this at first. You have to make that into a square, and then you have to put a whole bunch of stuff in these Gaylord boxes, right? So it was like, yeah, man, you gonna come over here, you're gonna get you 2 pallets. We used to work on the long pallet jacks, right? The pallet jacks I worked on at that warehouse was when you stand up on it, and they got like this knob like this, and you go forward or backwards with the long forks, right? Not the short ones, the long ones. Now, sometimes we work with the short ones, but majority of the time, we work with the long ones, right? You go in there, you get you 2 motherfucking meat pallets, you put you 2 Gaylords on that motherfucker, and you get to run it. As he's showing me how to do all this, I'm starting to see different guys up and down these aisles, okay? One of the first guys I meet was a black guy, all right? The black guy, he heard me talk. He said, say where you from? I said, I'm from Shreveport. He said, oh, that boy from Louisiana. That boy from Louisiana. I already knew what's coming next. Man, I got people I know you was going to say that. As all this is going on, I'm noticing that he one of them type of dudes that he too loud. Right? He too loud. I don't like it. I don't like you being too loud. Like, you're doing too much. And then he already trying to come at me about the politics of the job and shit, right? It's always the first person that come up to you get to doing this. You got to watch out for him because he got a motive. Some way, some angle, some shape, some form. He trying to get over you on something. You heard me? Real talk. So I'm like, yeah, all right, what up, whoop. So I leave him alone. I go back to my trainer. All right, what else you want me to do, whoop. By like the first day, he was like, man, you picking this shit up kind of fast. I'm like, bro, I done been in a couple warehouses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Just learning the lay of the land. He's like, all right, well, shit, how you feel about doing it on your own? Bet. So for the rest of the day, he let me do it on my own. Whenever I started going by myself is when you experience more. Right? Because when you with your trainer, motherfucker see you with the trainer like, oh, that nigga new. We ain't got time for it, right? When I started going by myself, I started seeing things. You know what I'm saying? I started hearing things. I started being a part of things, right? And so, the first encounter I get with these guys is the next day at lunch. Before lunch, I'm just riding up and down these aisles. I'm stacking my little Gaylord boxes up. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I ain't really fucking with nobody, you heard me? I done found out motherfuckers can have headphones in this side. I got my headphones on. I'm bumping my music, bro. Leave me alone. I won't mess with you. That's the type of timing I was on, right? Lunchtime came. When lunchtime came, I went out. My wife always packed me food. I know. I'm a privileged dad, nigga. You heard me? I'm privileged as fuck. I always pack me food. So I go to the microwave, I'm warming up my food, and all I hear is 15. So I'm like, oh, these boys playing dominoes. So what I do is, instead of going smooth up to the domino table and be like, man, let me get next, I sit down, I'm eating my food, and I am watching, and I'm looking, and I'm listening. I'm trying to see who play dominoes on the regular. Alright? I scoped the domino table out, nigga, for like 2 weeks before I say I can get off in that bit. Old school dude, I think his name was like Terry. Terry gave me vibes of like he been locked up before, but like he, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna introduce you to a couple of characters, right? Now some of these dudes, I forgot their name, so I'm gonna give them a name. The first dude I meet was Terry. Terry was an old black short man. He used to always have a beanie on, right? Cool cat. He you know what I'm saying? But he loud when he on those domino tables. But when he inside and there working, you never see Terry. Alright? We had another guy named Dog. Now Dog was a tall black dude, and he used to come through the motherfucking the warehouse like I feel like, oh, there go Dog, you know what I'm saying? There go Dog and working out. Dog was the type of nigga that always would fuck with the females. And the females were always fucking with Dog. Dog was older though. You know what I'm saying? Dog had to be at least like, you know, because at this time, nigga, I'm touching like shit. You know what I mean? I'm touching like shit. Ooh. They had to be like 2020, bitch. So about 5 years ago type shit? That's a long time, Bill. 5 years ago? Damn. Yeah, so about 5 years ago, bitch, I'll be 30. I was like 25, right? So we got Dog, all right? Then you had a guy named Will. Now, Will is a light-skinned dude, and me and Will had locked in a long way more than everybody else. Will was a light-skinned, good hair, quiet-ass dude. I'm talking super fucking quiet, folks. And he sparked my interest, and I'm like, this nigga quiet in the bitch, right? I realized, and there was another dude that played too. He irrelevant as fuck. So I realized, I was like, man, what that nigga that work at? You know what I'm saying? Will, the light-skinned nigga, right? So I found out, he had walked out first. He used to always keep like a motherfucking, the things you clean your teeth with, you heard me? He used to always keep one of the bitches in the mouth with like a toothpick. And so I'm looking at the nigga like, that nigga look loaded in a bitch, but you know, you can't put no jacket on nobody like that, you heard? You can't just say that nigga look loaded and assume he smoke or he do this, man, you can't do that. So I'm like, man, where that nigga work at? So as I'm leaving out, he already getting on his forklift, headed down the first hour. Everybody who drive the forklift, the pallet jack one, well, we all go and start. And I say, oh, that nigga work where I work at, right? So I noticed this nigga Will is like the fastest dude over here, right? And one thing I noticed was I'm keeping up with the nigga without me even noticing. And this is what I mean. By the time Will finished with his gaylords, he taking them bitches down there, and I knew cop got his ass. He thought he was slick. By the time this nigga Will would finish his gaylords and send them bitches to outbound, he was coming down to go start another one, and I was going back to drop my shit off, right? And it all started with a head nod. Nigga Will see me. He said, I said, just like that. All started with a head nod, folks. So when I go back, he up there flipping his we used to have these long stack of fucking papers, like little bitty ass papers like this. We up there flipping his motherfucking papers together. So I asked the nigga, I said, say, let me ask you something. He said, what's up? I said, man, why you do that? He said, shit, how long you been there? So I tell him. He's like, all right, look, I do this because of this, and then it'll make you go faster. I said, oh yeah? He said, yeah, shit, you tried, and drove the fuck off. So I said, okay. I respected the fact that he had gave me the piece of game, because he could have been like, oh, this is just something I do, and drove the fuck off. Nah, he said, I do this because it'll make you go faster. Shit, you tried, and drove off. That was a move he played because he was like, I just want to see if the nigga gonna listen because he was older than I was, right? A lot of these niggas is way older than me. So I do what he tell me to do. Once again, by the time this nigga is coming back to start one, I'm already going down to drop my shit. Me and this nigga was keeping up with each other. It was like a race type shit. I swear to God, folks, that nigga started speeding up and shit. Hold on, this nigga speeding up. Let me just kind of sauce up a little bit type shit, you hear me? So boom. One day, they all posted. It's him, a tall, loud ass nigga. You know what I mean? Another nigga I was cool with, and that lame ass dude. It was like 4 posted. But you know the nigga Will, he's sitting back in the cut. You know what I'm saying? He got his little thing, and he fixing his shit. He on like close to the last ends of the rope. So he doing what he doing, right? And as he doing what he doing, come on. As he doing what he doing, it's too late for you to come on, speed up, you stupid. As Will doing what he doing, I pull up on him. Mind you, I ain't gonna lie, I'm eavesdropping like a motherfucker. You heard me? I was eavesdropping when I was on the rack behind them, real talk. And so I pull up. When I pull up, I get my shit. I'm like, hey, excuse me, whatever. When I get my shit, I'm finna drive off. The loud nigga say, hey, Shreveport, come here. When he say, hey, Shreveport, Will looked at him and was like, you from Louisiana? I said, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm from Shreveport. He was like, oh, I was sad. He didn't say, oh, I got people out there. He said, hey, you from Shreveport? I said, yeah. He said, you from Louisiana? I said, yeah, I'm from Shreveport. He was like, oh, all right, that's okay. And just kept back flipping his shit. I'm like, I was like, what's up? He like, man, take you a little break, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit, we ain't doing that right now, whatever, man, just take you a break or whatever. I'm like, shit, alright, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how the game go, right? Niggas sitting around, they cooling this shit. You want to run around and act like you Superman, and man, chill out, bro. Like, these folks ain't, you not finna get no extra money because you want to work extra hard, nigga. Like, just take a little break, bitch. Like, you good? I'm like, alright, so I'm chilling this shit. And you know what I'm saying? I instantly pull out my phone. I get on my phone and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at some shit, right? And so everybody talking, woo. And then next thing I know, that nigga Will said, I'm full with y'all later. And then he got on. When he got on, I'm like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's my next move. The loud nigga sitting there, he was like, hey, bitch, man, where you stay by? Where you stay by? I'm like, why I stay by? What you want to know why I stay by for? I like, oh shit, I'm off 360. I ain't even off 360. I'm just telling this nigga, hey, yeah, I'm off 360. Oh, for real? What about? Shit, Six Flags. Man, yep, about Six Flags and shit. About like off 360. That's what I tell him. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, bro, they ain't got shit to do with you. You heard me? Like, it ain't got nothing to do with you while you want to know where I'm from. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to holler at y'all boy later. So boom, I pill out. And as I pill out, I end up meeting this nigga Will on like the last rope. Where it was like some chips and shit in it. And he was like, hey, if I was you, hold on y'all. Okay, that was my weight scale. I was gonna say, what's that noise, bro? That's my weight scale. Let me know I'm good. I ain't gotta go through the weight station. So look, I get over to buy him, and it's the chips, right? Another free piece of game. He said, hey, if I was you, I'll go drop this shit off right now, and then I'll come back for the chips. I said, oh yeah? He said, yeah, because, bro, you ain't gonna be able to just put it on there like how you want it. How many chips you got? So I tell him, he said, yeah, bro, go drop this shit off, go get you another Gaylord, and then put them chips on there. I said, all right, appreciate it. He said, shit, nah, you good. You seem like you cool anyways, you heard me? I said, all right. He said, then he looked at me, he was like, hey, you know how to play dominoes? I said, yeah. He said, you want to be my partner? Yeah, hell yeah. That's a bit. He was like, all right, I'm gonna see you at lunch. And he walk off with the little toothpick in his mouth. He walked the fuck off. I bet. Like, all right. So lunch come. When lunch come, Terry and Dog sit at the table. These niggas partners. Me and Will sitting across from each other. And he was like, man, it's gonna be my partner. They like, oh, what's your name, youngster? I like, my name Key. They was like, all right, Terry, all right, Dog, all right. Big six. We'll play Big Six. Somebody played something else. And I came right back with the 15. Wow. Right? And man, right then and there, bro, me and him had locked in. We beat them niggas. Like the first game, we beat them niggas, right? And then right when we beat them, when we go back in, mind you, me and this nigga kept up with each other all day at work, folks, without us knowing it. When we get back in, bitch, I'm picking up on tendencies from him. Like I'm learning the game from him by watching him, asking little questions and shit, right? So I noticed that this nigga don't even drop his damn forklift off what he's supposed to. He dropped this motherfucker off right by the door. Right there by the door. So I started doing it. I said, well, fuck it, I'm gonna start doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, right there and shit. Nobody was saying nothing. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we leave and shit. We come back and he was like, man, bro, you way better than the other nigga I be playing with. I said, yeah. He said, hell yeah. He said, man, you need to play dominoes more often, bet. I said, yeah, that's a bet. And so as we was talking and shit, he was like, man, he's like, yeah, bro, you smoke. Mind you, me and this nigga been chopping it up for some days, just periodically. You smoke? I say, shit, what you talking about? Like, what's up? You talking about some Joes? He said, Joes? What that is? I like, oh, like a squat. He was like, nah, nigga, I'm talking about gas. You smoke that gas? I say, shit. Hell yeah, like, what's up? Like, what's up? He was like, man, bro, he was like, look, mind you, we had 2 breaks, right? He was like, man, look, he was like, we go back out for break. He was like, fuck, we ain't playing dominoes. He was like, man, come meet me in my car. I said, all right, bet, I got you, hell yeah. Now at this time, I wasn't buying gas like that, you know what I'm saying? I was already focused on going to school, getting my CDL, all this shit, right? Then when I find out, bro, like, you find out real quick when you start smoking with people, what type of person they is, you know what I'm saying? I get off in the car with the nigga, you heard me? It's like his whole demeanor changed. He wasn't quiet Will no more. He was still like himself, but he was like funny as fuck. Like he was more like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to explain. He was more like himself, bro. So we sitting down, he instantly pulled out. When we worked there was on 360, you know what I'm saying? So we work on 360, he pull out, boom, then he bust a bitch. And he come back up the other way on 360 by 76. It's a gas station called 76. By some apartments, you heard me? So boom, we cooling at 76. We already sparked up the air, we blowing down. And he said, you drink? I'm like, hey, I drank a little bit. He was like, man, come to the store with me. So we go in the store. This nigga get a fifth. He get a fifth of some shit. And then he was like, get you like a Sprite bottle. I'm like, all right. So I get the Sprite bottle, and we get in the car, and he pulled me up in my Sprite bottle. And so he pulled him up too. So he was like, man, look, he was like, I fuck with you and shit. He was like, I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. He was like, I've been watching you. He said, yeah, I've been watching you for like 2-3 weeks now, my nigga. He was like, I fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't like all these other dudes in here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker want to run their mouth and shit. Motherfucker want to do this. Motherfucker tender about the females and everything, bro. He was like, nah, you smooth as hell, though. I fuck with you. I say, shit, appreciate that. I say, nah, I've been noticing you too. You quiet than a motherfucker. I was trying to figure out, like, what's happening with that. He's like, man, I don't be messing with nobody in there, bro. He said, I only mess with you and one other person in there. Did you hear me? He was like, niggas I played the domino table with shit. That shit cool, but, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, right. And we drinking and shit. We get back to the warehouse. We just got done blowing down. So I'm like, I'm gonna leave this in your car. He was like, nah. He was like, take that shit in, bro. I said, what's up? He was like, man, take that in, bro. He was like, bro, they just gonna think that's a Sprite. So now mind you, we used to have to walk the metal detector because motherfuckers used to steal out that motherfucker, right? He's like, man, take that shit in, right? So I'm already knowing what type of timing he on. This another test. Man, you scary folk. You ain't gonna take that shit in, boy? Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. Now I'm not on some follow the leader type shit. I'm just trying to see where he at. So he go in. I'm talking about this nigga got the Sprite in his hand. He walked through. I mean, he got the drink. You know what I'm saying? The alcohol in his hand. The liquor. He walked through. You know what I'm saying? I walked right in. We already got the spray down, the Visine in the eyes. We good walking straight through. Soon we get off in this hole. We get on our motherfucking forklift. They get right down on that first aisle. Nigga is drinking the fuck out this liquor. Me and this nigga is drinking the shit out this liquor. Bro, when I tell you that became an everyday motherfucking thing with me and this nigga Will, bro. I'm talking every day, bro. We started saying, fuck the domino table, kid. I told my man, the niggas just be kicking it, bitch. Like, we just in this bitch, like, I've been knowing this nigga his whole motherfucking life. Like, he been knowing me my whole motherfucking life, you heard me? I'm talking about me and this nigga that traded stores from, you know what I'm saying? Because he was in Grapevine, from stores when I was in Shreveport, you heard me? I'm talking about, man, that bitch Jolson, kid. It was a one nigga named Peace Guy. Peace Guy was cool in a bit. Another quiet ass nigga, he was from Kansas City, though, you heard me? We in that bitch cooling one day, right? And I'll never forget that me, Peace Guy, and that nigga Will, we all cooling and shit. So, just kind of like stocky ass Mexicans started tripping, folks. He started tripping, but like the nigga looked black though, you heard me? Like I ain't know he was Mexican. I don't know, he people might be, you feel me? Like, yeah, so that nigga started tripping on some shit. And so in my mind, like, I'm like, bro, who you talking to? He was like, I'm talking to you, nigga, I'm talking to you. And we was at on lunch. Like we was like in there, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker had just got done playing domino, but we lost, so we got off the table, so both motherfuckers started playing. And then he get to talking shit. I'm like, bro, like what you saying? So me, Peace Guy, and Will sitting there, and I felt some type of way because it wasn't even about the niggas who was sitting there with me. It was about the fact that you were running your mouth and you felt okay with doing it. So I was like, well, meet me in the fucking bathroom, nigga. Meet me in the fucking bathroom, nigga. He was like a work snitch too. I was like, bro, meet me in the fucking bathroom, my nigga. So I go in the bathroom. I'm waiting on the nigga though. You heard me? This nigga straight catch the puss and get on his forklift and peel the fuck out, right? So this other big dude I used to fuck with, cool as fuck, he come in here was like, man, kid, don't even worry about this shit, bro. Come on, you know what I'm saying? He already tripping. So as we get on the forklift bit, we scoot out because Peace Guy, he used to be on the forklift, but he was just laid back ass nigga though, you feel me? I'm talking about that nigga like, he gonna go at his own pace, bitch. So boom, bitch, next thing I know, me and this nigga Will flipping through our shit. We finna get started. We just start sipping on our drink. Man, next thing I know, bitch, the supervisor come up on me talking about, I need to have a word with you. So I'm like, man, what's up, man? Like, I'm looking at Will. I don't know. I'm like, all right. So I go over there, and she like, yeah, I'm having complaints about you want to fight a guy in the bathroom and woo. I said, man, it ain't even nothing like that. But who told you that? Who told you that? It doesn't matter who told me that. Just know that I know that you was trying to start a fight with a guy in the bathroom and this whoop in the third. I said, no ma'am, I wasn't trying to start a fight with nobody in the bathroom. Do you see me in the bathroom? Like, did you see me in the bathroom or anything? If I run the camera back, so you went in the bathroom. If I was in the bathroom, I was using the bathroom, ma'am. That was it, right? Like, it wasn't nothing else after that. So we already knew who snitched. So I said, all right, I know what type of time he on. But we had that because it was like, nigga thinking like, yeah, he finna get a nigga jammed up on some shit. You trying to fuck up my money. That's the type of time you on. You trying to fuck up my money. I can't have that. So me and my boy Will, bro, we was just always just cooling. Like every time you see him, you see me. Every time you see me, you see this nigga Will, bro. And you know, I had learned a lot about him, bro. I learned a lot about his childhood. He learned a lot about mine. He had kids, an old lady. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers go through what they go through in life. And one day, man, I'll never forget. You know, I knew Will, he wasn't content. He wasn't content on his job. Like, he got almost stay at forever. But, you know, Will was going to do what he was going to do. Right? He reminded me of that one dude, that light-skinned comedian dude. Not 313, not him. But he reminded me of that one dude that used to, like, have the glasses and shit. He'd be like, say G, say G, hey G. That dude, he'd be like, hey G, let me get $1, G, let me get $1, G. We used to joke on each other, like, did you like that? One nigga, they'd be like, hey G. But hell no, I put up, I said, you look just like this nigga. So, you know what I'm saying? I learned a lot about him, bro. And the thing was, it was like, he was a real genuine dude, but just don't fuck with him though, you heard me? Like, don't fuck over his trust, because I seen that happen too. You know what I'm saying? The nigga fucked over his trust up there, and Will went smooth off on the nigga, you heard me? And like, shit, the ball finna, yeah, but you know how that shit go, my nigga. And I just respected his game, and he respected my game. You know what I'm saying? Every day we would get loaded and get drunk, bitch. Like, he was an alcoholic though. Like, I hate to say it, but the nigga was an alcoholic. Like, the nigga Will was drinking more than what I knew he was drinking. You hear me? And he was just an alcoholic, bitch. And him and the old lady had a lot of like problems. They be arguing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, kick out this bitch. Man, this bitch is dead. I was like, man, all right, hold on, bitch. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, man, that nigga did the dad, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man, that nigga did the dad. You heard me? This is why I was out here in Texas right before I got my license, bro. Man, you know, like, I hate that I am the way I am sometimes because I could fuck with you. You be my dog at work. You heard me? And it's like, if I leave that job, bro, I can have your number and everything, but I will not call you. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you call me, hell yeah, I'll call you. But then it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know why I'm like that. Like, I just don't really, like, fuck with nobody. You heard me? Like, except my cousins and niggas I went to school with, like, since I was, like, a little kid. Like, I'm like, nigga had to, like, real deal went through some shit with you. I ain't saying I ain't never go through nothing with Will, but I think, like, it was just like, shit. You know, I mean, I don't know. There was a couple niggas up there I fuck with. It was probably like, up there, I probably fuck with like 3 niggas up there. Like tough, like 3 niggas up there, right? And, I mean, shit, I don't fuck with none of them. To this day, I don't fuck with none of them, you heard me? So, but fucking with Will, though, man, had taught me a lot, bro. He taught me a lot. And just watching the game, soaking up the game from him, and seeing how he operated, seeing how he moved. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, I'll never forget the last conversation me and him had, man. We were going down, smoking, and we were drinking on some liquor. And I was like, man, I said, boy, get what, boy? He said, man, what's up, Keith? I said, man, I'm finna get my CDL license. He was like, for real, bro? What you trying to drive a big truck? I was like, hell yeah. He was like, man, that shit good, what? He's like, man, shit, go get that license, nigga, get the fuck out of here, man. Go take care of your kids and your old lady, because he knew I had an old lady. I was like, hell yeah, but he was like, nah, bitch. He was like, nah, I'm proud of you, my nigga. He was like, ain't you young too, bitch? He was like, man, go get your license. But he was like, man, a lot of niggas can't even do it because niggas that fucked up their license or did this and did that. He was like, shit, I can't go get my CDL like you could, my nigga. But he was like, but I don't wish nothing bad on you, but nothing but the most high for you, my nigga. And I was like, man, I appreciate that. He was like, nah, you good people, bro. He was like, look, man, make sure you keep your head on the swivel, my nigga. Stay on your P's and Q's about everything that you do. You get that license, that shit will change your life. I said, I'm already knowing, my nigga. Alright, bitch, come on, let's go back in. Right, we're finna go back in. Yeah, old lady had pulled up, they started arguing and shit. But that nigga Will, man, that nigga that was cool in the bed, bro. I don't know, I might still got that nigga phone number. If I got that nigga phone number, I might call that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. It's out the motherfucking blue just to see if that nigga remember me, cause I remember him. I remember that nigga, folks. Real nigga shit, bro. But that's my story, man. I don't know if I'm gonna start switching shit up and not do my intro. The ASAP Rocket shit. It takes a little longer, but I like getting right to it, man. But one thing I always gonna do is get you the outro. You know what I'm saying? I only ask for 3 things: God is knowledge, wisdom, and if it ain't that, man, I already know what time it will be over here. The next time. Or now, I appreciate everybody rocking with this video, man. Just wanted to drop some, you know what I'm saying, little knowledge on everybody, man. Never judge a book by its cover, but sometimes when the cover looks interesting, explore it, man. Ask some questions, you know what I'm saying? Never dive smooth into a situation without you knowing anything. Sit back and observe, watch, and listen before you interact with people, because you never know what type of timing anybody is on, and you never know who you can run across that is a like-minded person just like you, and you could build a connection with on the personal level, on the business level, on the whatever level, man. Will was a good guy, bro. I hope I can get back in contact with him. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But man, hey, I wish nothing but the best to everybody, man. Hey, we back at it. We back on the grind, bro. So y'all just stay tuned. Like I always say, make sure you stand your P's and Q's at all times. Make sure you keep your head on the swivel at all times. I always tell y'all, it don't matter what you're doing. Keep your foot on their neck. If they're saying they can't breathe, apply more pressure and get their ass up out of here. You heard me? Till next time. Oh, now.